Just kind of bear with me here, folks, while I kind of take my time. I started a little bit early, so I'm early, but don't worry about it. I'm just wanted to kind of organize a few things while I'm here. Um, Starting to try to get a head start on technology, for real, because it's just been one thing after another with these guys. So I figured, let me start early. Let me not get caught out there. Okay, so today we're going to be going over a rainbow. Okay. All right, we're gonna be going over a rainbow, man. Rainbow's been around for a minute. Rainbow's been around for a minute, long time. Yeah, since about 1939, I think it is. They came out with the rainbow. But before I do that, I'm gonna answer a couple of comments that we had earlier this week. Kind of going through some stuff, so I'm going to see if I can give anyone some answers. If there are no answers to be given, if all it was saying, hey, what's up, then we'll just say what's up back. All right. I put a video out there. I think it's on Reddit or something. And it was just a clip of part of a video, and the guy was like, dude, you didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing. I was like, sorry, man. I mean, it's a clip. I thought I was covering everything. It's people, man. People hilarious, man. And I gotta like the good and the bad, because there's a lot of real funny people online that have me cracking up. So I swear to God, man, look, the people that are online making these little memes and these little 30-second commercial stuff, even if they're making fun of a company, are funnier than the writers that they have in Hollywood. These guys from all over, man, their timing is just impeccable, man. So so the good and the bad, because that creativity works that way, right? You can be destructive or productive. It's just the way everything is. Everything is neutral. Anyway, let's see what we got here, right? A few hours ago. Okay. What are we looking at here? Bissell Revolution. Lower hose. Okay. So it says here, this hose is the Achilles heel of the system. Kind of disappointing, to be honest. Can't get the part even on the diagram. There's no part number for it. However, it looks like the Bissell spot clean hose has the same dimensions. Yeah, look, on that one, right? I mean, if you can get creative, looks like this person is creative. This is C.W. Leslie, right? So if you're, if you have one of those lying around and you're willing to sacrifice it for a foot of yours, you know what, Leslie, man, I'm gonna see what I can do. Here's what's funny. I was waiting for someone to get back to me. Someone wanted a handle for Bissell Revolution, a handle trigger, and they don't sell it. They sell the handle, and I told them to get back to me, and they never did. So I'll extend this to you. Damn it, man. You know what? I really do think I have that lower hose somewhere. Okay, Leslie, if you can hear this, if you can see this video, actually let me type. I'm gonna tell Leslie to contact me through my my website contact page. Okay. Hold on. I have a whole new format here. I'm using my phone and one of my old PCs, and right now I can only look things up. Search online. Contact me through my website, and we'll discuss more. Right? Okay, let me, once I get past this, I'll be able to open up chat if there's anybody have any live questions, okay? All right. Okay, let's see what else we have. All right. Thank you. This was very helpful. Now I can fix my rocket. Ah, okay. This was about a rocket suction problem. Okay, and let's do this two more. 16 hours ago. Is there a reset button? The Mila vacuum, the Mila. My gosh, the Mila. Which one was this one? Which one was I doing? The rug nozzle. Golly, you're wrecking my brain right now. The rug nozzle, the Mila rug nozzle. I don't recall seeing one. It's a simple motor. Mila is not very complicated. Golly. I may have a nozzle at the office. Allow me to take a look at it, okay? And this is for who? This is golly, the name is something else. CH. Oh, Cleo girl. All right, Cleo girl. Look, check me back on Thursday, okay? I'm doing a live Thursday, so by that time I would have looked at that because I do have a Mila canister at the office, so I'll do that. All right. And then the last thing. All right, excellent video. There you go. Maurice Santiago. All right, excellent video. Followed your tutorial step by step. Replaced the on and off switch on my Centuria 2 within about an hour. Right, really appreciate it. Listen, man, you're welcome. My pleasure. Right? Yeah. Okay, at least people are getting some positive out of this channel. Okay, so let's move on. Don't forget to visit Monroevacuums.com. Don't forget to visit gmartshirts.com. My oldest setup, I would have been able to share a screen with you. I'm using the phone, so just imagine it. Just imagine it. Okay, so since this rainbow came out in like the 1930s, right? I think it was out of Detroit, Michigan. Made in America. The design is pretty much the same. The idea is filtering the air, cleaning the air as it's exiting the vacuum, right? And using water to trap all the dirt and allow the air to exit, go into your atmosphere without putting all that, chemicals and pollen and all that stuff into the air. Now, I have my opinion about that technology. How effective it is versus how it's being sold. How's that? Okay, all right. The rainbow is a good vacuum, especially it's made to last. So you have to give it credits for that. It's made to last. It's not a cheapy deal. Now, is it $3,000? Like is the Kirby $3,000 worth? Is it worth that much? Let's say that it depends on the individual because everyone sees value different. You know what I mean? Like I mentioned last week about China. China. That there were people that were blowing up the spot and telling them guys, hey, the products that you're spending all this money on, they were all made in the same factory, and So I guess the value of something depends on and you put on it. But let me tell you like what I know about the financials on a lot of these direct sales vacuums, right? They most of the money is going to be for the sales force. Okay, if you've ever seen somebody sell a machine like really cheap, just know that they're going down to cost, and they're probably just selling it just to get some kind of credit for some contests. Sometimes, that one sale is worth a sacrifice if you're going to win a trip to Hawaii, So, and which are legit. Those things are not fake or nothing like that. The only thing that may not be up and up with some of these sales companies is whether they promise you a guaranteed salary or not, and something like that. But other than that, go sell, make your money, move on. If the credit's good, you're going to make a profit. If you sold it for without too much of a discount, you make a profit. But if the credit's bad, you may make zero, you may make $25. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Hopefully you can see this because let me open my chat, guys. I'm sorry. Let me open my chat. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Calvin, what's up, buddy? Let me try to see if I can see these things on the screen here because again, I'm just working with what I got, man. I'm just working with what I got. All right. Okay, I'm gonna have to get another computer, but not right now. Maybe by next week. Maybe by next week. All right, live, here I am. I can see what's going on, and I can open the chat up, and then I'll be able to start. We start open this up. Calvin, Brian. Hey, Calvin, man. I think you probably told me already. What part of you're in the U.S.? Yeah, you have a Rainbow. Actually, have a SRX model. Love it. The only thing I don't like is that you can buy a bigger water basin. Oh, for this unit, yeah. You know what? There's a unit. One of the E2s. They have. Is it the old one? Let me check real quick for you, man. I'm gonna check one of my suppliers, okay, where I buy my parts from, because I remember there being a tall. It's just that when you don't get a lot of requests for these things, I don't stay in tune with what parts are available. Give me a second. We're gonna get to this. Okay. Let me see here. Let me just do a quick check to see if. Let me pull up Rainbow. Okay, Rexier. Is it Rexier? Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was Rainbow in the beginning. I think Rainbow was a vacuum, but Rexier is a company. Here we go. Let's see. Rainbow. Housing and parts, all right, and solution tanks. Okay, let's see if I can find this info for you, man. 4 quart, 2 quart. Okay, so I gotta double check the series. What series did you say it was again, man? I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me a moment. You said it was the SRX. Okay. Let me do that. I'm almost there. I'm just gonna done. I prefer to give the answers when I can. SRX. Let's see what I got. Okay. SRX. Here we go. Okay, so the SRX really is the E2 series, probably just one of the newer versions. Yes, you can get a 2 quart tank, and you can get a 4 quart tank. Okay? All right, so we can order 4 quart. It just can't be any bigger than that. I remember some of the older Rainbows, like these here. You know, you had the regular tank that came with it, and then they had one that was like about this deep. I don't think that the one that will probably fit this one, which will fit the one that you have, is I don't think it's as big as the one that came with this. Okay, I don't think so. All right, but yeah, you can get a different size tank. It's a 4 quart versus the 2 quart. Do they go any higher? Let me see something. I'm gonna keep going. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you know what? The other one was a 4 quart also. I think it was just thin. For the one I just showed you. Let me give you the item number for that 4 quart, all right? And let me know if you want to order it through us or you know, but either way, you know, I'm going to give you the item number. You can do your search. It's R14325. And if you want us to get it for you, they roughly about $53, right? If you're going to be competing, another person have it for $82. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. What's the difference between these two? Doesn't that fit the Black Series? Okay, so they have 2 different kinds, all right? You have one kind for the Black Series, the E2 Black Series, and the other kind for the E2. So be mindful of the one that you're getting. The one that does not fit, the larger water pan has several benefits. Fits the E2 Type 12, right? That's the silver E2 Gold, all right, and the E2 series, E series, right, does not fit the Black Series dolly, which has 5 wheels and not 4 wheels like the matching dolly that came with the standard. Okay, so just be mindful of which one you get. Okay, so one is R14325. That's for the Black Series. Okay, the 2-quart SRX. Let me see something. This is an original factory pan SRX model. RHC S19 Rainbow System. Currently, the SRX does not have a... Ay, coño, you're right. Dude, Calvin, I'm gonna have to start listening to you first before I do all this search and we use up all my time. Start my video. I say, hey, Calvin, are you there? Let me ask you a few questions before I go to Google. All right, Calvin, that's messed up though, man. That you, I'm trying to figure out why though. Does not fit. The moment one does come available, we'll update. All right. Okay. Let's move on. Let's see what's going on here, okay? Let's plug this bad boy. Does this even work? Let me plug it in. Let's hang out. All right, let me move over. Let me go back to my little chat screen so I can see what's happening. Come on, man. Come on, what am I doing here? Why did I use the same page to search? You know, I'm talking about the same page I have my chat on. I'm using the search, and now I'm all the way out of here. Come on, one more. Click back one more time. Holy cow! Do we really? Oh, forget it, man. All right. Okay, yeah, that rainbow black and the bigger water basin. That's right. Cleveland, Ohio, dude. That's what Well, not Cincinnati. No. Cleveland is where Kirby is located. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if this thing works first. Now, these have 2 speeds, right? And the ones with 2 speeds have a block on it. It's a, it looks like this. Big ass circuit board. Okay? And this controller controls that lower speed that's going to be used to this freshen the air. But the thing about these that they can also fry, just like I mean, every circuit board is subject to stuff like that, right? Wires get crossed somewhere. Maybe you plug it in wrong. It could be anything that can cause these things to fry. They're very delicate for the most part, okay? And sometimes if your motor is not working, sometimes all it takes is replacing this board. But these things are expensive, okay? Just keep that in mind. It's about $300 to $500 for one of these things, but it's called the Rainbow control board, if I'm not mistaken. All right, a control assembly or something of that sort. Do I have an item number for this? It's R15395. Okay, some places sell it for $339 and others for $500 and change. Okay, I probably wouldn't, unless you're good at repairing these type of things, I probably wouldn't buy a used one online. Okay, because when it comes to stuff like this, it's a gamble. If you're gonna spend a lot of money, I don't know if you want to, if you're gonna gamble like that, just buy stocks, right? you can get more out of that $300, but because you don't know if it's on its way out. Just like yours, let's say yours last week was fine, and you decide you want to sell it on eBay, and it had another week left. You get what I'm saying? And so you buy it, you get it, and then you use it, and then bam, and then you can't return it. So I don't really toy with these stuff like this when I'm buying it online, unless it's like a $10 item, and I could probably afford to lose the money. I'm not worrying about it, but I'm not gonna do a gamble on $400, $300 online. Deal? Okay. All right. But that's me though. That's me. All right. So how do you open this thing? Okay. Hopefully this camera can capture everything because it's the situation I'm in right now. Do I have a lift? Let me see if I can lift this up. Yeah, that would be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if I could find a lift that can work? Wouldn't that be nice? How about this, man? I have a tool I have a tool thing here. Let's see if this works. You know what I'm saying? As long as it does the job, right? I mean, come on, what are you complaining about? All right. Okay, so here we go, folks. Let's get this thing off of here. If I'm not mistaken, I'm supposed to pry this way. It's been a while since I worked on a rainbow. I mean, this one. I've worked on the last week. I was tearing apart the what do you call it? The G4 SE. Okay, just slide this out. And all I did, guys, is I just, gosh, put the screw in this little section right here, the screwdriver, and just pop it. Okay, just be delicate. You know, don't press too hard. Turn it around. Oh, I didn't even turn this damn thing on yet. Hold on, it's plugged in. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. Now, what would you check first? What's the easiest thing to check? The easiest thing to check is a cord. Okay? That's the easiest one to check. The next thing would be the power switch. Oh shit. My bad, guys. I should have known better. My the water bin isn't on, so it wouldn't turn on anyway. My apologies. There's a micro switch down here. Right here. Okay? And that's why your water bin needs to be on for it to work. I was moving a little bit too fast, guys. Sorry about that. All right, let's tilt it to the side. Let me activate this. I'm just going to use this to push it in. Okay? And I'm going to try to turn it on again. Come on. Still nothing. Okay? So, same difference. All right. Okay, so the first thing would be the cord. So let's do this. Let's get inside this thing and let's check this cord. All right. I know I'm supposed to do a breakdown, but I kind of want to. If I can fix it, why not? Right. Most of the machines I break down, I'm going through machines at my shop, right? And I have too much in the back. You know, like a bunch of half. You know, some machines are good, some are bad, some are, you know, some could be sold, but I'm not really selling used vacuums, you know, so I'm gonna get rid of all that stuff in the back. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Okay. I'm just gonna push this little tab in here. Aye. Be careful that you don't press it back in. So what you could do is while you have this side up, just kind of pull it up just a little bit more than normal. Let me get this off of here, first of all. Just pull it up just a little bit, okay? And then on the other side, this way you don't risk locking it back again. All right, and I'm trying to pull at the same time. Let's see. Oh, aye. That's what I get for making this makeshift bench. Let's do it again. I'm trying to do this in the most uncomfortable position, but so please just kind of bear with me as I try this like an amateur to do this thing. Okay. I think I got it. Here we go. Got it. Woo! Holy cow. Okay. So you see the board I was talking about, right? Okay. So your power switch is right here. Okay. Your power switch is right here. Okay. And this thing just comes right out. This is like a little cheat sheet type of connector, which is good. This is very convenient. This would eliminate you having to keep splicing and things like that. You know, having to create more of these contacts here. And you just connect it because this is what the power switch look like. Okay. All right. So yeah. So you could check this You have a multimeter, you can check some of these connections. But if you're not sure what's supposed to link up with what, okay, then leave this alone for now, all right? Okay, what you can do though with that little trusty multimeter of yours, right, is you can at least check the cord, all right? And let's just see if the cord is, hold on, let me open up this again. Again, I hate, you know what's difficult about this is, and I'm not complaining, it's that if you're live and you're just talking to the camera, you can always see the, you know what I mean, you can always see the chats, and you can like, oh, hey, but if your mind is now over here, you tend not to focus on the chat. So this, if you see that I miss something someone said, it's because I'm working and I'm not looking over at the screen, okay? All right, so forgive me if I'm not responding right away. Make sure you unplug that before you. No, right? No, it's unplugged. Yo, listen. You know how many times I did that? Okay. You know, especially when you're moving, and you're moving, and it's like, oh shit. Hey, good thing I'm still around, bro. Okay. Good thing I'm still here, man. I'm blowing out my my shop, the lights in the shop. Well, the breaker. I tripped that breaker 6 times at least. Okay, so I'm not immune to that. All right, so here we go. Okay, so let's find this. Let's find where our cord is coming in from. Okay, so take a look. This is your cord right here. It sits into this little cubby spot right in here. So honestly, replacing this cord it isn't as 1, 2, 3. You may have to buy this exact cord, but you could use another cord. It's just that you're gonna have to get real creative to lock the cord in on this side, on the inside of the vacuum, so it doesn't just yank out. Okay, and that's what this little, hold on. Give me a second, folks. Let me disconnect this. Okay, so that's what this setup is designed. It's a locking. So it's the body sits in between here, and it keeps it from yanking out. Okay, and so if you have to replace a cord, you may have to buy this exact cord, or you have to be willing to do something, some finagling, whatever, to make sure the cord is not yanked out on pulled out from the slot. Okay, you don't want to be vacuuming and all of this is now hanging out. Okay, great. All right, so now let's check this side. Let me see, what's that? The live. All right, the live is normally the skinny side of these plugs, and the neutral is normally the wider one. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it to 200 on that multi, and I'm just gonna check the hot wire here and see if that bad boy has some reading. Okay, we do. We're good. All right. Let's check the neutral side, which is this. You see it here is running, and it goes up this lane here. So I'm just going to insert it right here, and then I'm going to test the other side and see. So far, so good. The cord is good. Okay. All right. Un momento, okay? Un momento, por favor. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try something. I have a switch I've been hanging on to. It's definitely built different from the one that's in the rainbow. Only because let me see if I'm correct. I want to be absolutely correct on this. Yeah. I can't see the other side. All right. The only difference I would tell you is that one side, the side of stuff like these, the on and off is different. Like the side that controls the air purifier, okay, might just be different than the side that controls the vacuum. That's all. So it just may be turned around. That's all. But same difference, okay? Other than that. But I just want to do this quickly to just check check this thing, all right? And let's see if this thing works, all right? See how it just slid right in? I'm gonna see if I can turn this machine on with just this new switch, okay? The switch don't do it. Then we got other issues, all right? Let me plug this bad boy back in. All right. Okay, and we can't forget to activate our safety, which is this guy right here underneath. And when you press it, you actually hear it click, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's turning on, dudes and dudettes. Let's do the other side. My son, that's how my son does that. He'll call me after a race, and he'll go, ah. Since he was a little baby, he was doing that, so I just, I keep it up. All right, so it looked like all we needed was a switch. I just want to get and I'll be honest with you, look, I'm not fussing over these two sides. You know why I'm not? Because it's not going to confuse my customer if I don't have the exact switch. Now I have to tell them that it's a different switch. You don't just put something on and then, somebody else work on it and they're like, yo, man, this guy put on some bootleg stuff, right? But where am I? But the reason why I'm not too worried about these writings on here, one says carpet and the other is like hard floor or whatever. The reason I'm not worried about it because you don't see it here. It sits right beneath that. It sits right beneath this flap, so it's not a big deal. Okay, all right. It can be, but it's not a big deal. All right. If you can order it, get it. And if this is all you can get, just okay. We're good. But so far, we find out, hey man, this thing works. All right, great. We have a fix. But let's continue. Let's find out more about this thing. Okay, so what I'm curious about though is not all the rainbows had the air purifier, right? What I mean is my I'm still skeptical about the water purification. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, but anyway, I'm gonna get to that in a second. Not every rainbow was built with a where you just run the machine. I mean, you can do it, okay, but it's louder with these. You could just turn this thing on and just let it pull air into from your house, your living room, whatever. But it's louder. This one specifically toned it down, and that's what this is for. So it has a low humming. The noise volume is low, and it's pulling the air in and filtering the air and all that good stuff. Filter Queen has it, the whole deal, right? But because not all rainbows use this, what I'm actually interested in is if I can arrange for this motor, which is really a basic motor with a little bit of other things to it, if I can bypass this whole thing here. Because if you can't get a hold of this, you're stuck with a very expensive vacuum and you can't use it, right? Because I have a feeling eventually these won't be available. I'm just thinking, eventually, I have a feeling eventually these won't be available. And I'm wondering if I can, so I'm going to be working on that. And if someone already knows and have a video out there, you can just send to me, send me a link and I'll take a look at it. But I want to know if I can just remove this bad boy, get it out the way, throw it away, and just have a basic on and off switch like the regular rainbow. Like this guy. All he has is an on and off, right? And a lot of these fancy features, in anything, washing machines, everybody, we love the fancy features. We love technology. We want things to advance. Great. But you have to agree that some of the things that stop your machine from running is not like essential things. You know, it's like something that's allowing my little secondary air filter thing to work, and because that's damaged, I can't vacuum. That part irritates me a little bit. As a user, as a business, I can understand why. I can understand why they would do it. It's like, well, they're gonna come buy another one. You know, like, good luck finding someone to fix that one, right? If that's how they think, right? I can see why businesses want you to continue to buy more and more of their product, right? I get it. So the more sophisticated the products get, the more these things are intertwined, right? And one thing will affect the entire thing, and that one thing may be like an LED light. And I'm like, come on, man, I can't vacuum because of a damn LED light. Get out of here. You know, I can't wash my machine because of the I don't know, man, something that blew a little, I don't know, something that's not really important for a basic washing machine. All that extra stuff should not interfere with me just washing. It should just be that, damn, I can't get the machine to fold my clothes anymore. Let me get the technician in here so we can fix the clothes folding section of my machine, but I can still use it. That's the part that irritates me. Sorry to be so long-winded on it, but I'm still, because I'm a user of things too, and that part irritates me. All right, here we go. Let's keep rocking and rolling. So that little switch at the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna get to the switch at the bottom. So let me tell you about this filtration, man. And I think I ran this on a previous episode before. If you ever have to replace this is what you do. You go in through here. Okay. It's amazing what the flathead screwdriver comes in handy. Oh my God. Flathead, boy. All right. Take this bad boy off. Okay, snaps off. There are different filters. They fit differently. Let me see if I can explain this properly. I think if I'm not mistaken, is this piece right here. This little section right here is different on different models. So you want to make sure you get the filter exact for your model, because it may not fit properly in the back against this. Because the cutouts are different. If you notice the way it's cut out, see, like right here, the cutouts are different. Okay, so they fit different. All right. Now, if you're game like me, you'll get a Dremel and you'll cut away at anything that's blocking the stuff. You're like, it's like, I don't need that. I mean, really, honestly, I don't need none of this. This don't matter to me unless it's gonna hold it in. It's all extra design stuff that means nothing. So I tend not to put too much value on a lot of the little things that you see. I can always cut something away and don't think twice about it, because half the time it's not essential. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Take a look at this filter. Okay. And this filter is dirty, right? See that? Okay. And back here is dirty. Okay, you really can't see it too well, but back here is dirty. And the reason why back here gets dirty is because dirty air is getting through. You see what I'm saying? The water is supposed to filter the air before it escapes through the back. And if it did it, if it was excellent at it, you probably would not need this. Or it would be a smaller filter, or it wouldn't be so expensive, number one. Okay? And it wouldn't look like this. It wouldn't have so much dirt in it. You see that? That means there's a lot. I mean, this thing is, you can't really see it, but it's caked up inside here, this filter box. Caked up. And I did an episode on this previously. Take a look on the inside of that. Okay. I'm not telling you not to buy a Rainbow. I like the concept of the water filtration. Would I spend $3,500 when the main selling feature of this item is the filtration? Now, if I'm just happy with filtering water filtration, I'm cool. I'll buy it, right? But if I'm like, man, I'm buying this machine because I have allergies, and and guess what? It's still doing the job, right? It's still kinda, it may not be 100%. I just don't know if $3,000 is where I would put it, because the stuff is still getting into the air. So, 800, 700, maybe 1,000, maybe 3,000. Nah, the salesman can. I'm like, dude, I'll buy from you, but you're gonna have to sell it to me for $1,000. If you can't, you're gonna have to go, man. I'm sorry. Okay, we can end the show right now. Okay, because no, I was watching Wayne on YouTube, and he told me that this damn filter is full of shit. Oh my God, where's I want to clean this out here. This is really where's my spray? Oh, I see it. Give me a second. I'm gonna get a spray to get a rag. I'm gonna get my little trusty rag clean, and I'm gonna clean that out real quick. All right, I'm gonna take a second and look at the chat again, because I wasn't looking. All right, somebody had a smile. Make sure. Okay, yeah, thank you. All right. My cat is nice. What's up, my cat is nice? You're awesome. Sometimes simple is better. You're absolutely right. $3,000, holy moly. Haven't heard that in a long time. I said, actually, I use holy a lot. I haven't used holy moly in a minute. Okay? Thanks for bringing it back. All right. All right, Calvin. Yeah, we also have think on what customers are cleaning when they're taking care of these machines in the way that they need, where changing the water and stuff like that. Yeah, you know what's funny? For me, I would use this. I would, especially if you need to. You know what's good about this? You can use it to pick up water. Think about it. It's excellent. If you have, you can use it to pick up water and stuff like that. But I'm just talking about price tag versus what you're promising me. Okay, if you're promising me a self-driving car, and you say, listen, it's self-driving, but only on the highways. It's self-driving, but you're gonna have to not fall asleep. Then I know that it's not fully self-driving. But if you tell me, man, this is fully self-driving, you can be like Will Smith in iRobot and just read your newspaper, and then it's not, and I spent an extra 50 grand to get it, I'll be pissed. You get what I'm saying? So, but if it's like, what's an inexpensive car? Let's say Kia came out with a driving thing, and Kia's like, it's kind of self-driving. Then I know what I'm buying, right? The main pitch of this is that the nothing comes through. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. That's my little pet peeve. All right. But let me clean some of this off here. Okay. All right. You see what I'm doing? All right. So sometimes these things come in and the motor is making a noise, right? And I'm like, man, what the hell? Why is it so loud, right? And it turns out the fan is caked up with crud. The fan is caked up. And I'm like, well, damn, how did the fan get so caked up? I mean, this machine's supposed to filter the stuff. And I have to go in and either have to replace the fan or clean it out. And it's a pain in the ass to clean out these fans for Rainbows, okay? All right, here we go. All right, let's keep it moving, though, man. I'm less motivated to go all the way down because I know it works. So I'm overcoming my own brain, okay? I have to talk myself into it. I was like, oh shit, it works. Okay, let's move on to something else. Okay. All right. So let's take this down. Let's take it off. Let's take it off. All right, let's take it off. Let's see what the micro switch look like. All right. And you know what? Let me use one of these. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and you know, at least, hey, talk about the show. All right, how's that? If you don't want to share it, it's I have my a lot. You'd be surprised. Most of my customers are the people, the local people, just friends, next door neighbors, send their people over to us. The local schools, send their vacuums over. Community centers and things like that. So it's pretty cool setup, pretty cool community we have. All right, guys, let me show you what. Now, be very mindful. This is the piece that sits right next to your right below your micro switch. What the micro switch is doing, and I was explaining this the other day. Let me show you the micro switch. See that little metal thing right there? Sometimes that metal thing needs to be replaced. So sometimes you're not getting power. The switch, but this one little thing might be the problem. This tiny little thing is probably about 20 bucks, maybe 15. That tiny little thing might be the problem. So let's take these off real quick. Show you what this thing looks like, okay? I might just leave this part on, but I wanted you to see this, okay? And every time you hit the, every time you put the tank on, all you're doing is going click. That's what you're doing. And what you just did was made a connection for the electricity to continue to flow. And that's what this is for. You just told the electricity, keep moving. You got it? Okay? Until the tank is on, the electricity is at bay. Nothing is happening. Okay? All right. What's next? Let me take off this little deal here. Now, once in a while, you want to clean this filter. I think they call it a separator. I know my terminologies properly. It's called a separator. And what happens, it gets caked up inside here. So I've seen people clean the outside, okay? But on the inside is where all the stuff gets caked up, and a lot of your suction is being blocked because this is caked up. Sometimes your low suction is this tiny little hat right here. This little guy right here, okay, is the reason. You notice I didn't put it on my head, right? I ain't putting this dirty shit on my head. All right. So now here you have your motor, your basic motor, and if you look, that silver thing is a fan, okay? And look how close the fan is to the water, right? And I'm pretty sure there's probably no other way to design it. Who knows? Maybe there is, but there's still dirt passing through that filter, okay? So the dirt is not settling in the water and just chilling out. The dirt, and it's dirt. It's gonna fly through the air a little bit before it drops in the water. So I totally understand why it's not a perfect system. It's just that it's a lot that's coming out the back. It's a little bit less than what okay? I can critique it. It's still a great machine, but I can critique it, you know? Okay. I said I was gonna leave this stuff out, right? But I'm just gonna make a comment about, you see that last statement? That I can critique it, it's still a great machine, right? I don't have to 100% like the machine, every part of the machine to think it's a great machine. I don't have to like everything about the machine to think it's a great machine. I like Dyson's design, but I hate, okay? There's so many tiny little moving parts. Simpler, like my cat is nice said, the simpler design, that's the brilliance. When the design is so simple, it's like, oh my God, that is so simple, okay? I don't know how well 3D printing homes are gonna be, but I've watched the machines lay down the cement, okay? I've even watched a guy, a whole building crew. You ever seen those guys where they have the wood, and what they did is they cut a space in the wood, and then they can ram this. So instead of using a screw, okay, they lock them into place like that, right? And I seen a home built like that, right? I don't know how the long term of that home is, but the design is simple. It's so simple. It's like insert, insert. I was like, holy shit, man, look at that. That's great. You know, whoever came up with that, fantastic. So I can definitely criticize things going on in here. I still think it's a great machine. The same thing with the stuff that goes on in our society. Some we don't think we can criticize someone we like, criticize their policy or something like that. And it's like, come on, I can criticize it. It doesn't mean I hate the guy. Doesn't mean I hate the person. I don't know them to hate them. But I can criticize this. Can I? You know, am I evil? Because I criticize. Anyway, done. All right, so let's keep moving, man. We're almost there. I want to get to this micro switch. I want to show you where it's at. So watch this micro switch out. Look where it's at. Here, like chilling. It's just chilling right here. Here controls this machine in such a big way. These two little guys. If this thing messes up, it's not working. Now, I'll tell you this. If you're really in a bad spot, I mean really in a bad spot with this, and I gotta use it, I gotta work, I don't give a crap about the micro switch, I don't care if it turns on when the bin is off, then all you have to do is connect these two together. Because that's all the switch is doing, guys. All the switch is doing is when it makes a contact, it's just connecting these two things together. That's all it's doing. You got it? So if you're like, man, I don't need that extra feature, man. That's all cool and good. I don't need it. This is what this is for. You could just connect them together and bam. Bypass the micro switch, keep moving down the road and vacuum your carpet and don't worry about it, okay? And if you say, man, I found my micro switch, put it in such a way that you leave a piece, you leave enough, here, and you don't throw this, then you can re-splice it back and you have your micro switch feature. But if that moment, I need to use this right now, boom, keep moving, all right? Okay, now another part of this, if you notice, look, let me show you how this stuff works. That's how genius this stuff is, all right? Remember I was telling you about how the live wire, when it goes to the power switch, right? It's waiting until you hit the on button. Okay, you hit the on button, it hits, right? Anything along that line that is going to connect to that line is going to control the power of that machine. So if you look at this, right? I guarantee you the power line is going to connect to this. The power line is going to connect to this cord right here. The one that goes down to the micro switch. The reason why, it's not sending direct power to the circuit board. Okay, it'll probably just blow it up. It's not sending direct power from your wall to the circuit board. What it's doing though, take a look. It goes. Let me see if we're doing good here. You see this here? Watch. Well, then again, it could be. But let me not say nothing. Watch this, all right? Watch. So you have your live wires coming out. It travels down to the micro switch. It's waiting. You put on your water bin. It connects it. It travels up this switch, this cord, right? It goes to here. Okay? Click, 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 right? So even though I turn it on, if I turn it on up here, the power is going to go down here, it's going to stop here. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, guys, it makes a trip to the micro switch first before it even gets to your power switch. Look. Look at this. It's going straight down from the power cord. It goes straight down to the micro switch first before it even gets to your on and off switch for you to go on and off. Okay? All right? Is that cool? All right, let's go further. I hate taking this, I really do hate taking this stuff off, but I'm gonna have to, man. All right, and to take this off, you're gonna have to kind of untangle some of these things, because if you look at how it's set up, this is kind of holding it down, so you're gonna have to get some of this stuff off a little bit. Let me make sure this is, don't panic on where these go, because they only fit in one spot. These here, if I pull this out of here, right, it only go in one, there's only one spot it can fit. So you're not, don't get lost here. You know, like this, they're all different sizes. Okay? These two are twins, so they obviously go together. They go together. Okay? They go together. This guy is his own size. Don't worry, he fits right here. This guy is definitely his own size. Let me pull him out. Buddy. Am I strong enough? Here we go. This guy's his own size. He's only going to go in one place. So don't let that scare you, okay? All right? Comes right off. I want to show you something. Take a look at what's on top of the motor. You see? I'm not bashing these guys. I'm just telling you that somebody got to mention something. You know, it's not all rosy. Sometimes, you know, you're like, oh, damn, I had no idea what's under the hood. Where do you think the term comes from? All right. So now your motor now, let's say you just had to replace your whole motor, you know, most likely your motor is going to come with this already. So you just hook it up to your board. All these are already kind of internally installed in your motor. All this stuff here. Okay. And let me see if I can look at it one more time where the man, which is just kind of hanging there. All right. So if I want to get to this, I want to get to the fan, I'm gonna have to now pop this out of here. Okay. And it's kind of sealed in, like almost like a suction cup, you know. So there's on this side, this thing here, this little lip is really kind of holding it in at this point. So if you want, you can go in. You can probably just kind of, let me show you. Hold on. I gotta do it the right way. Everything, guys, if you have any idea what it's like trying to do this in this position, you'll understand why I actually be patient with me, okay? All right, let me see, because normally I could just push this thing out of here. Normally I could just pop it out. Let me see, unless you have crud and dirt and all that stuff on it. Hold on, give me a second. Here we go. Yeah, it's just rubber, guys. It's you know, it's malleable. It's just rubber, okay? So now I can just pull this right. Let's make sure I'm not imagining things here. No, let me not do that. Let me not do that yet. Let me just show you how to get to the fan. Okay? I don't want to take too many things off because I'm gonna have to put this back together again and take it to my shop. Let me try how to get to this fan real quick, and let me not. I don't need to mess this to show you this. All right. Let's get this off. All I'm using is this part of my drill. Okay. I mean, you can get the official thing, but sometimes you could just use this. This will work. And just in case you have to clean the fan, let me just give you an idea of how to get this far in. Not everyone's going to do this. This is not for everybody, obviously. This is all dirt, folks. Okay? This is dirt. Here's my trusty rag. That's what they used to call personal hygiene products, rags. And I said, think about it. They used to use rags before it got improved, you know. So even paper towels were probably just rags. You need to wipe your the other day I was wiping my face with a shirt. I was like, yeah, dude, man, we used to just use rags. See? So that's all that stuff is dirt right now. Okay? Just keep that in mind. All right? We're almost done here today. But everyone who's been participating, man, thanks a lot. You gotta head out. Another great watch. Hey, man. My cat is not. Hey, listen, I actually love that name. Okay, hey Calvin, you're awesome too. I'm about to leave myself. I have to go pick up my son, so I'll be here for a second. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. You guys are the best. And Calvin, man, as always, you are definitely an encyclopedia of knowledge of some of this stuff. Okay, so thank you. All right, this is the other fan, and sometimes you may just want to wash your fans. So you'll get these things out. You're gonna have to unscrew this, and I'm gonna clean it. So I'm gonna take it to my, and I can't now see this and then put it back together as if I didn't see it. Okay. So what I'm gonna end up doing to get this fan off, and we're gonna wrap it up here. To get this fan off, I'm gonna use a big screwdriver like this in this section up top here. Okay, and you're gonna have to be in a position, not the one I'm in, where it's on a bench, and then you can turn the other side with the pliers. Okay, so you can keep this steady, or keep the other one steady. But I think it's better to keep this steady, and then turn the other one, and you can get your fan off. Okay, because if you don't, it's gonna keep turning. Take a look. I'm turning the fan. See that? And the whole thing is turning. So you're gonna have to stop something from spinning in order for you to get this nut off, and then you can wash your fan out. Makes the machine sound heavier when there's that much dirt built up in it. Okay, guys, I hope this was a little informative for you. For some of you, maybe like Calvin, you already know most of this stuff. But and listen, man, even though you still know a lot about vacuums, Calvin, you still tune into me. I appreciate it, man. I really thank you for being here and having a little conversation and all that, man. It was positive. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the rainbow. Let me see if I can remember anything else that I used the rainbow for. Now, what's cool with the rainbow, guys, is the in the water. Now you could do the same thing. You know what I would do? Any vacuum you have, last tip, any vacuum you have, I would put in the exit section, the post motor filter, the HEPA filter. I would spray it or sprinkle some kind of fragrance on it if you want your house to smell like that, because sometimes you may have pets. And man, dude, once the pet hair or the urine or whatever it is gets settled into your filter, the moment you turn your vacuum on, it's lit up. It's lit up from that moment. Some of us get used to it and it's like you don't really notice it, but people that's coming over to visit, it's like, are you vacuuming? What is that? I went outside. So I would put fresheners, because they drop it in the water, but you could put it in filters. So, because remember, the hot air coming from the motor is blowing back into your air. All the HEPA filters, the post-motor filters, that's what it's doing. It's protecting you from carbon. It's protecting you from this stuff, okay? And it's doing a decent job because it's not, all this crud, all this heavy, thick crud is not on the outside. See what I'm saying? It's still, I'm just saying it's not perfect. And this is fine, if you really think about how bad it could be without the filter, okay? So, but you could put drops in the filter, okay? And that fragrance now, it'll help freshen the room. Now, if you have again, this is part of the same last tip I'm giving you. If you have a bag, a cloth bag of any vacuum, wash the bag, because then you can eliminate all that pet hair is actually in the bag. It's easy just to buy another filter, of course, but some of them are expensive, right? But, and because you want to get a new one, right? But then the odor's going to come back because you still have the pet. But for people who own bags, like Kirby's, Orcs, vacuums that use cloth bags, okay, sanitaires, right? Wash the bag. Take it outside or whatever, wash it, dry it, put it back, and you'd be surprised at you just eliminated 90-something% of the odor that's in coming from that vacuum. For the rest of us, with you guys have bagless filters and stuff like that. Then you change your filter. You can put fragrance on your filter, but remember that the fact that you have the pet is gonna come back. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay. Oh, hey. I don't have to buy a rainbow. Broke the damn thing. I mean, this stuff is thick. It's on the motor. It's thick. You know. Make sure you like and subscribe and come back for more. I'm here Thursdays. I'm here Tuesdays at 1, Thursdays at 1, Saturdays at 3. Saturdays we normally do hacks. I got a couple of hacks I found online. Do with vacuums. But I normally demonstrate a vacuum hack, but I share other hacks that I like, that I've seen, that I think you can benefit from. All right, until next time, I'm going to try not to put my finger right in the way of the camera here because I have to turn this phone off. I'm going to come from the side so you don't see me. How's that? You don't see me? Peace.